how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing good, doing great, and everything is going your way. I hope you're having an amazing day, an amazing life, an amazing night, and just everything amazing if you deserve it. So, tonight, what I'm going to be talking about, guys, because I'm filming this video in the night, so I'll see tonight what I'll be talking about is, well, a lot on the other videos, I wasn't really talking about the weather as much, but I live in the South, so Hurricane Debbie had lots of effects on us where we live, and it was a lot of rain in some areas, and a lot of floods and stuff, but some people didn't get as much. I don't even know where she's gone right now, but anyway, yes, and this is my hair just in little curls here, kind of curls, and little back and my little wavy stuff. But anyways, okay, so tonight what I'm going to be talking about, guys, is basically, do you know how, like, for example, people are out here trying to live, guys, basically. Like, you don't know what another person goes through. You don't know anything that is happening in another person's life. No one knows unless someone tells their business, and half the time, most of the time, they're probably not going to always tell strangers their business. But being that you don't know, I would say the best thing is to leave people alone and just be kind. Like, be nice to people, treat people right. And if you feel like you can't be nice and you can't be kind to people and treat people right, just leave them alone. Like, I know, for example, people that I don't get along with, and I can already see that I'm not going to get along with them looking at things that they do, or people that have did something bad to me, like, I just leave you alone. Like, I'm not going to be bothering you, because at the end of the day, if you knew better, you would do better, is what I always think. If you knew better, like, a lot of times you know that people know better, right? They know better. They know better than to act in ways that they act, and they know better than to do the things that they do, because most of the time they're too old to be doing the things that they do, but they still do it. And some people in life really get a kick out of making people feel bad, bringing people down, making people feel bad, wanting to see others fail. And when something happens to other people, they think it's funny, so they gossip about it. And it's really not funny. And not understanding, or not being smart enough to think that maybe this person could have just came from the doctor and got a bad diagnosis. The doctor could have just said, you only have about a week, a month, or less to die, And I know that doctors are not always 100%, because nobody knows when you're going to die but God. And a lot of times doctors tell people things like that, and they live way past their years. But just to say, you don't, when you hear the news, of course, as a human with feelings, your immediate action is going to be like, I'm sad, I'm going to cry, like, this has ruined my day, my life. And all I want to do is come home and just lay down and cry for today. And you have all right. Now, you could have, okay, so that's one example. Another example is your parents probably died. You're probably just coming from the hospital looking and watching your parents die, watching your siblings die, watching them be sick, watching something happen to them. All these bad things that can happen to you, and you go around others, like I said, and they just constantly nitpick and just want to bring you down. Like, they're killing you, but without the physical, like, without physically touching you. Like, and you wonder, what do you want? Like, what do you want? So I'm saying, in the world, you never know what another person's struggle is. Sometimes people wake up in the morning, because some people deal with mental issues, and it's okay if you deal with mental issues. Like, I have a couple of mental issues myself that I deal with, like anxiety, depression, and I know some more is there. Okay, so being that people have depression, anxiety, like some things, just a lot of stuff like bipolar, just things. And stuff happens. They don't know how to perceive this stuff that happens to them in the world really good. So, being that they don't know how to perceive the stuff, when the people come and bother them or do something to them, they're already backed up with a lot of problems, a lot of sadness, a lot of problems, a lot of things going on in their life. And you just might be the last thing that sets them off when you don't know how to treat them, or when you make fun of them, or you do things like talk about them, act like you're happy to see their downfall. You might be that button that sets them off. So when they go all crazy and stuff on you, don't sit back and be like, oh, they're crazy. I knew they were crazy. Look at what they're doing now. You know, no, you did it because you don't know what things they have to deal with in their life. You don't know what they're doing. You don't know anything about their life. You just have imaginary problems with them, that where I would say, if you have a problem with a person, why not talk about it? Like, talk it out with a person and try to figure out, how can we resolve this problem? Even if we're not going to be friends, let's just resolve this problem and talk about what went wrong here, so we could be cordial. And you don't even have to speak to this person on a daily basis, even if you see them every day. You could just say a little hey every now and then, a little how you doing, a little the weather is so hot today, or did you hear that in the news? Or actually, after you talk about it with the person, whatever problem you may have, why not just keep your distance? At least things are semi cordial now because you went and confront the person and talk about it. So you don't really have to say anything. Just keep your distance and do you, if you have to be around the person. Instead of like going around and stuff, making the person feel bad, trying to do all kind of things just to set the person off and make them even more upset, and not knowing what they're dealing with in their life, not knowing what their problems are, not knowing anything about this person. But instead, you want to bring them down. And then as soon as something happens in your life, you want everybody to help, and you want everybody to understand. Okay, well, don't blame me for this because I'm going through this. My parents died. I had this sickness. I just got this diagnosed. Take it easy on me. No, because you didn't take it easy on anyone else, and you didn't care when it was happening to anyone else. You contributed to this person's pain. So, the moral of the story, guys, is that if you don't really know how to treat a person, just leave them alone. Like, stay out of their way, do what you gotta do, and leave them alone. Because you're a very heartless person in the world if you sit around and see that a person is struggling and you bring them down even more. You're the reason. How good does that feel for you to be the reason of bringing a person down even more than they are? If you have any decency and a heart and any kind of blood running through your body, you would definitely feel bad about contributing to the fact that you're bringing another person down. And you shouldn't do it because as we say, my best friend, karma, is always going to come back for you. So it's best to just leave people alone. You don't know what their problems is. You don't know what they just heard. You don't know what that phone call they were talking about on the phone right before you saw them. Like, you don't know that anything possibly could happen to a person. So, in that case, that's why you should mind your business. And if you find out that you can't be around a person, that you don't like a person, don't be around them. You separate yourself. That's better than having bad karma that's going to hit you like 50 times worse than what you already did. So the best thing to do is keep your distance, leave people alone. Don't worry about people. Like, for example, I don't like her. Let me stay away from her. I don't want to contribute to her pain because I know how bad my karma is going to be. I don't want to. And then some people, guys, you go, like, some people don't realize that you go out in the world and you mess with people and not knowing that these people have the bestest heart, and they're not always what you might assume that they are. But because you don't know, you tend to pick. Because people make fun of things that they don't know. Like, if they see a person going around minding their business, not bothering anybody, they don't understand that's the proper way to live in the world, minding your business. So, anyways, not to make it too long, because you know I can go on and on and on and on and on. So, the best thing to do, guys, is like I said, just leave people alone, keep your distance, get away from the people. If you can't take it even more and stuff, I mean, just so karma cannot hit you as hard as it's gonna hit you for talking about them and laughing about them or contributing to their pain, why not even move to another state? Like, whatever you have to do to get away from that person and be peaceful. Okay, guys, so that's it for today. Mind your business. Be careful. Mind your business. Treat people right. And if you can't, leave them alone. Okay.